All right, so now we're back in the story of Joseph, people. I am Apostle Jennifer, here on assignment to serve you today, church. This story is coming out of Genesis chapter 50, and it's verse 15 through 21. I'm reading out of the ESV version. So it says, when Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, it may be that Joseph will hate us and pay us back for all the evil that we did to him. So they sent a message to Joseph saying, your father gave this command before he died. Say to Joseph, please forgive the transgression of your brothers and their sin, because they did evil to you. And now, please forgive the transgression of the servants of the God of your father. Joseph wept when they spoke to him. His brothers also came and fell down before him and said, behold, we are your servants. But Joseph said to them, do not fear, for am I in the place of God? As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring it about that many people should be kept alive as they are today. So do not fear. I will provide for you and your little ones. Thus he comforted them and spoke kindly to them. So at this point, Joseph's father has died. Joseph has buried his father, and his brothers are now thinking that on the other side, now that the father is dead, that Joseph is going to now take vengeance on them. So they end up lying to Joseph and say, hey, our father said this, right? Here's the thing to understand. Joseph has forgiven them. And you can see in his response to him that Joseph really did forgive them. He's on the other side of this situation. Joseph has changed. He's not strategizing. He's not trying to figure out ways and how to bring about his own justice to the situation, right? He's just truly let it go, and he's forgiven. But just because Joseph has, it doesn't mean his brother has, right? I want you to consider that in your relationships with others. As God calls you back to return to them and calls you in such a way which you are going to give and you are going to provide to them. You are the Joseph that is going to rescue the family. That although you forgive and you have let go and you have put everything behind you in the past, that doesn't mean they will. It's one thing to forgive, it's another to forget. And with your family you return to, they're going to know the wrong that they have done to you. And with all of your kindness that you give to them, it is just going to continue to bring their sin against you, against God, to the surface. So it's going to take time. They may do things that are still indicative of showing that they have not changed. Here they are on the other side of this. Joseph has elevated them. What more could they want in life? But yet out of fear, they lie, they scheme, they plot. Joseph could respond to that and stoop to their level, but he doesn't. He's just like, what you guys meant for harm, God may used for good. So God is in this whole situation. The people you go back to, they may not seem like they've changed, but some of it is just out of fear. It is going to take time for that reconciliation to really take its root, for that forgiveness to really do its work, for that trust to really be established. But whatever happens, what is going to cover all of that is just the love that you give. You see, if you want things to change, you have to change first. You're going to be the catalyst for the change. So you got to stay postured in love. You got to stay postured in forgiveness. No matter what it is that they do on the other side, you remain in position. See, you have been forever changed, forever transformed. It is not just something that you're experimenting with, something you're trying out, a new leaf that you decided to turn over. You really have been through a processing period that has changed you. Other people haven't. So although they may go through whatever it is that they go through and show you fear and show you instability and show you the lack of trust in you and all these things, you just understand that it's out of their brokenness. You understand that really it all stems from fear, and you don't let it change you. Give the relationship time for reconciliation, for restoration, for process, for forgiveness, for love to do its work. So there's no need to self-protect and self-defend and to prove anything. It's just to let all of that fall away, to rise above it, and just to love. Pretty soon, you will see that the love will complete the work it started, because the love in and of itself is God. So, I love y'all. And I hope y'all look at this return to Joseph as just being so timely in this return to the people that God has called you to. They may not have looked like they've changed, but you've changed. And if you don't allow yourself to be deterred and allow yourself to remain in who God has called you to be, then you will be the catalyst for change for them. Let God use you in that way. Talk soon.